We're in Brussels today at a really special event called Your Europe, Your Say, hosted by the European Economic and Social Committee. It brings together students from the 27 member countries. Let's see what's going on. From their base in Brussels, the European Economic and Social Committee represent the citizens of Europe.
We try and get the voices of young people, for example, but all sorts of people, whether it's environmentalists, women's groups, business, trade unions. We get the voices and we let them be heard here in Brussels.
The EESC has decided on 15 political priorities to be on their agenda for the next 2 years, and young people are meeting over the next 2 days to decide what will be at the top of the list. For example, proposal number 14, involve young citizens in EU decision-making, EU bursaries for students from low-income families. And here they are, approximately 100 students from all over Europe.
For me, my top priority, I think, would be European universities.
I'm very interested in helping young people to get jobs.
I think it's the most strong countries that are ruling Europe, and I think that should be discussed.
This event is so important that not only the president of the EESC is attending and wanting to speak to the young people, but the EU Commission has also sent 2 of their highest representatives to talk to them. The first task for the young people is to jump forward in time and imagine what Europe will be like in the year 2030. They've been asked to be creative with how they present their ideas. So some are drawing, some are singing, and some are acting.
I see employment is low and pollution too.
I see unemployment is low and pollution too.
See, as you can see, she hasn't even got any qualifications and she's getting a job. There's just so much employment in the EU. Not like back in 2013 when there was unemployment. It's all employment, everyone's got jobs, all thanks to the EU.
Nowadays, money rules the world. That means people are not that important. But we want it to be like people rule the world and not the money.
Now the serious work process has started. The groups are discussing the 15 political priorities that will set the EESC's agenda for the next 2 years. The groups are animated and engaged. There's a lot of hubbub going on right now. So what have you been discussing?
We've been discussing the different priorities that we've gotten on a sheet of paper. So right now we're discussing about the satellites in space, how we can use it in Europe and what it provides for us.
We urge for the introduction of entrepreneurship in the school curriculum.
First, if we thought about minimum salary, it should be same all over Europe.
If we develop alternative sources of energy here in Europe, we will receive new employment.
And then we would also like to offer EU fundings to European TV stations offering subtitled alternatives, which means that you could choose between dubbing and subtitling.
We'd create fun programs like Europe's Got Talent, we'd have sport coverage, and it would be very interactive.
So this is where we are now going to offer to the committee what you believe as young people this committee should work on. Put your sticky dots on the poster that you believe is the most important.
Do you feel that through this democratic process you've changed your opinion that you came here with about the political priorities?
Yeah, definitely. I felt this entire process highlighted for me that the focus isn't about how much experience you've had in politics, it's what your ideas are.
So you think you'll actually be able to implement the ideas that they've been talking about the last 2 days?
Let's see what we will present. It will come with good ideas, that means with political vision, but in the same time with a pragmatic view. That means which ideas can be implemented quickly. We don't need ideas for the 50 next years. I want ideas for now.
And now things are getting serious because they're going to announce the results of the vote. The third priority voted in was to help young entrepreneurs.
The one that came in number 2, it is EU bursaries for students. You've got it on your screen. And finally, our number 1 position. It goes to first-time employment. This is the first time this has ever been done, that the President's work programme is going to include the priorities that you've come up with.